Greetings, people. This time I'm going to talk to you about spiritual pain. Now, there's a couple different kinds of spiritual pain. One of which is karma. Karma is what goes around comes around. The thing is, though, what goes around comes around is cyclical. Things that are cyclical, the majority of the time, are negative. If something's cyclical and it's unresolved, it comes around and bites you in the ass, aka the Ouroboros, the snake or the serpent biting its tail. A more positive pattern, which is another pattern that's also found everywhere in nature, from your fingerprint all the way up to a galaxy, is the spiral, because the spiral shows a pattern of growth. Now, karma is a universal law. So whatever it is that you do, you can expect to get that back or get a punishment or reward for what it is that you've done. Now, karmic pain may not entirely be negative because a person can repent from that, learn from that, and grow. Now, there's some other kinds of spiritual pain, and another one is the kind of spiritual pain that you experience from the feeling of letting down your ancestors being their spiritual successor. Because everybody that's alive has thousands upon thousands of generations that you sit on top of, that you've gotten melanin, aka genetic memory from, and you may feel as if like the way that you've lived your life or the things that you've done or maybe things that you haven't accomplished for some reason or another, that you've let those people down. It's my opinion that that is false, because you don't know what those people did themselves, and you don't know exactly what their charge was in life, what their honor was in life, or really any of the details of the circumstances of how they lived either. So don't punish yourself by thinking that you've let your ancestors down as their spiritual successor. Also, there's a spiritual pain that comes from having done wrong in the eyes of the Creator, the universal God, and needing to repent from that, or feeling the wrongdoing that you've done, especially considering, all of us when we were younger did things that we really had no business doing at all. And our older, more responsible minds, a lot of us look at that and it causes us pain. But that's part of human imperfection and the flawed human condition that we live in, the environment and circumstances that we're in. So you simply just do the best that you can. And all of us have an internal conduit to the universal God, where we can approach the universal God through prayer, through meditation. And speaking of that, I would suggest that everybody go and look up something called the water experiment. Because prayer before eating and drinking, or meditation before eating, can improve the quality of what you're consuming down to the molecular level. And when you're in a situation where you're involved with negativity, or you're around negative or hateful people, and you start eating, that also changes the molecular structure of what you're consuming to the negative. And then you're consuming stuff that is going to be bad for you. All right, you guys. That's all I'm going to talk about where it concerns pain. I could have probably gone into a lot more detail with each one of the four of these, but I think you get the idea. Peace, y'all.